Hello guys and welcome back to Sudden Strike 4. Today we're moving on with mission 4 of the Soviet campaign, this one being the Battle of Kursk. Let's go ahead and read the description. The German armies that invaded the Soviet Union conducted their final offensive operation at Kursk starting on 5th of July 1943. Their attack was meant to push the Red Army into defence and weaken their forces to prevent a summer counteroffensive. The Russians were positioned in and around the town of Kursk in a salient, and the German manoeuvre consisted of a pincer to outflank the enemy on their northern and southern fronts. Thanks to Allied intelligence sources, the Soviet command was aware of the German plans and built a strong defensive line to beat back an offensive force spearheaded by superior armoured units. Still, on the northern flank, the attackers managed to advance through a number of Russian defence lines in quick succession, penetrating into Soviet territory 8 to 10 kilometers deep before coming to a halt at the village of Ponary. The heroic defenders there held out long enough for the Red Army to counterattack and push the Germans back on the northern side. So it looks like that's what we're going to be dealing with today. Let's have a look at our doctrines. So I'm assuming we're going to be using a lot of tanks, so the armoured doctrine would make sense. Let's take our points out of the infantry doctrine. We'll go to the armoured doctrine, or even the support doctrine might be a good shout, so that we can get the repair for our vehicles. The good thing about the armoured doctrine is that we do have the ramming speed, which I guess would be useful against vehicles that are better than ours. I think we'll stick with support doctrine though. We will add possibly the hatch lookouts. Smoke discharge system might be useful. Allow people to get close. And APCR rounds. All tank self-propelled anti-tank vehicles, towed anti-tank vehicles, recon vehicles and anti-tank infantry deploy with 3 armor-piercing anti-tank rounds. I'm sure that will be very useful. Let's go for sandbag covers as well, since we will be in a defensive position most likely for at least the first half of the mission.
Your defense line and withdraw to another one when ordered.
Is that it? That's our entire briefing. Hold a defense line and withdraw to another one when ordered. So, okay, let's go ahead and start the mission.
Comrades, the glorious Red Army is prepared for anything these fascists can throw at us. We have multiple defense lines to wear them down. Let them come. We will crush them one after the other.
Я готов.
Now get into position. The Germans are on the move. Hold the first defense line until ordered otherwise.
Я готов.
Okay, let's spread our troops out. We've gained access to the entirety of the front line here, which is scary. Let's just get our men into these trenches.
Солдат противотанковых войск готов. Устроим охоту на танки. Я готов.
Пехота здесь.
Ожидаю приказов.
Распоряжение.
Need somebody on these machine guns.
Пехота готова.
Распоряжение. Пулеметчик здесь. Солдат ПТ войск здесь. Я готов. Устроим охоту на танки. Понятно. Жду распоряжений.
Okay, not bad. Let's just have one of these tanks move further to the right. We'll put that one into the fortification. Is that an artillery assault gun? Yes, it is. Okay.
Пулеметчик здесь.
Мы готовы.
Over on this left side, let's make sure that we get our units into the trenches.
К бою готов.
And we can give all of these fortifications as well.
Приказы. Техника готова к работе. Грузовик снабжения готов.
Let's move the assault gun over to the right. I'm going to move this infantry over here as well. This is where we're being attacked from straight away. Okay, not bad. We need to kill this tank.
Какие координаты?
Пулеметчик здесь.
Do we have any AT?
Пехота готова.
We have a sniper. That sniper can go into the trees.
К бою готов. Нужны патроны, топливо,
Oh,
ремонт.
there goes one of our
Грузовик
AT guns.
готов. Техника готова к работе.
Well, surely we can kill this off.
Орудие готово.
Panzer 3 is just too much
Техника
for our
готова к работе.
T-70. We will penetrate it eventually, and once we do, that will stop them
Координаты.
from seeing anything. But we're in a bit of trouble here.
Пехота здесь.
There's my medic.
Приказы.
There he is.
Ясно. Приказы.
Let's
Ясно.
get these chaps back up on their feet.
Орудие готово. Артиллерия. Пехота готова. Приказы. Приказы. Атакуем.
Not bad.
Нужен враг. Я ранен. Пехота в пути. Готовы служить. Пехота здесь.
We do have like arm-piercing shells, so let's make sure we're using those because I always forget that I have them.
Стреляем из оружия. Готовы к атаке. Приказы.
Our infantry also has hand grenades that they can throw. So we've used those up. That's good. Maybe get some recon to come in
Уничтожили цель.
so we can see where they are attacking us from.
Координаты. Уничтожили врага.
Reinforcements arrived.
Ah, more reinforcements. Okay, let's bring those over to the right.
Есть.
Although it's more T-70s, not exactly the most ideal.
Слушаю. Огонь. Готовы к атаке.
My V is improved
Техника
ammo.
готова к работе. Готов выполнять приказ.
Let's unload our men.
Готовы служить. Пехота готова.
Get
Пехота
into
здесь.
position.
Приказы. Давай же. Распоряжение. Распоряжение. Готовы к атаке.
There we go.
Уничтожили цель.
Great.
Есть.
Now if we have a repair truck, what we could do is maybe get a couple of our troops to jump out and steal their tank.
Так точно. Какие координаты?
Then what we can do is use our repair tank to go pick it up. We need a couple more than that. Let's bring out this guy. Well, he has an anti-tank rifle, so we'll keep him. Let's put a submachine gunner in there.
Распоряжение.
I'm guessing they are going to attack on our left.
Техника готова. Неприятель. Я готов. Так, мы готовы. Слушаю.
They are.
Да.
Let's get into position, get the fortifications up,
Техника готова к работе. Мы готовы. Я готов.
and make sure we're using our arm piercing.
Готов выполнять приказ.
And what we can do is unfortify all of these chaps and move them over here as well.
Поживее. Иду.
If it wants to.
Я готов.
Currently, it does not.
Двигаю орудие. Да.
I need to like unfortify this AT gun, I think.
Мы готовы. Координаты. Готов выполнять приказ.
Let's turn him a bit more and then refortify.
Уже иду. Техника готова к работе. Слушаю. Орудие готово. Я готов. Да.
Nice. Okay, so we now have a Panzer III at our disposal. We are missing one crew member.
Пехота идет. Готовы служить. Грузовик снабжения готов.
Get over here with our repair vehicle.
Нужны патроны, топливо, ремонт. Распоряжение.
Замечен неприятель.
Техника готова к работе. Мы готовы.
Alright, not bad.
Готов выполнять приказ. Распоряжение. Приказы. Нужны патроны, топливо, ремонт.
Gotta make sure that I fix up this engine.
Да.
Oh wow.
Уничтожить их. Огонь! Слушаю. Нужны патроны, топливо, ремонт. Да. снабжения
No,
готов.
we lost one of our tanks. Not good.
Техника готова к работе. Техника готова к работе. Атак, я готов. Есть, готов выполнять приказ. Целься! Огонь!
We're using up a lot of our armor piercing, but I think it's worth doing just to keep our tanks alive for now.
Reinforcements arrive.
Even more reinforcements, okay.
Слушаю. Есть.
Oh, we'll get
Мы
one to
готовы.
replace there.
Давай,
One to
техника
replace there.
готова к
Let's
работе.
unload these guys, get them into the trench.
Техника готова к работе. Поживее. Приказы. Готов выполнять приказ.
What's the fortification key? Just F. Okay, they're going to attack us in the middle now.
Слушаю.
This AT gun to face that way. That one's going to unfortify and turn its position as well.
Координаты. Приказы.
Right, we need to unload all or unfortify all this lot.
Я готов. Слушаю. Координаты. Ожидаю приказов.
Cool.
Мы готовы.
Gonna have all these in group 1. All of the light tanks.
Иду. Приказы. Есть. Координаты. Орудие готово.
They're being reloaded automatically, I think it is. That's good.
Распоряжение. Техника готова к работе. Жду распоряжений. Слушаю.
Let's get these riflemen to man the AT gun. Not sure if we're going to be able to bring AT guns back with me because I don't have enough stuff to tow them all.
Орудие готово.
We can try. Just make sure we're fortifying.
Приказы. Ожидаю приказа. Стреляем из орудий. Готов выполнять приказ. Орудие готово. Артиллерия. Приказы. Огонь! Артиллерия. Какие координаты?
So keep going with the armor piercing shells.
Артиллерия. Какие координаты?
Send up, comrades.
Great.
Withdraw behind the second defense line and hold it.
We have to withdraw. Well, we saved a lot of units.
Жду приказа.
Да.
It's going to be
Приказы.
ridiculous retreating from this line.
Я готов. Да. Жду распоряжений.
What is the exit? It is there.
Устроим
Okay.
охоту на танки.
Приказы. Орудие готово. Готов выполнять приказ.
See how many we can get back. I'll leave the tanks here for now because they're the most mobile.
Да. Поживее. Двигаю орудие. Какие
Unloaded.
координаты?
Can we push that around?
Перемещаю
Hopefully we
орудие.
can.
Распоряжение.
Я готов.
Слушаю. Есть раненые. Слушаю. Жду распоряжений.
Распоряжение.
Готовы служить. Слушаю. Приказы.
These MG guys.
Я готов.
Abandon those
Пехота
positions,
готова.
boys. Get back here.
Пехота готова.
Alright,
Слушаю.
I think it's time to
Мы готовы.
move the rest of the stuff. And that's everything.
Готов выполнять
Left an
приказ.
AT gun behind.
Перемещаю орудие. Слушаю. Так точно. Слушаю.
Right, time to go, I think. Need to defend this area first, so we'll head back towards there.
Я готов. Ожидаю приказов.
Time to go.
Двигаю орудие. Грузовик снабжения готов. Грузовик снабжения готов. Приказы. Есть.
Right, what do we got here?
Готовы служить. Слушаю. Приказы.
If we can get the... Ooh.
Винты у меня готовы.
2 BT-7s. Probably could have picked those up at some point. Never mind.
Готов выполнять приказ. Есть. Какие координаты? Готовы
Make
служить.
sure we get our men into
Пехота
position.
здесь. Ожидаю приказов. Да, скорее.
Да? Да. Солдат противотанковых войск готов.
Двигай. Какие координаты? Иду. Да. Давай же.
Распоряжение.
Готовы служить.
So we did manage to get back with quite a few of these AT guns, which is good.
Пехота здесь.
I'm probably going to leave the ones that aren't being attacked unfortified for now.
Жду приказов. Пулеметчик здесь.
Да? Готов выполнять приказ.
Солдат.
Я готов.
Да. Приказы.
Right, not bad. Make sure these guys are all
Готов
fortified.
выполнять приказ. Какие координаты?
We'll make sure to fortify the ones on the flanks here. We should also have one of these guys jump onto the machine gun.
Атакуем! Слушаю. Готовы служить? Так точно.
Look at all this infantry up here. Let's make sure that they are coming back with us.
Жду приказов.
Пехота идет.
Might even be able to salvage the BT-7s, honestly. I don't know, I'm not sure. Where did my supply truck go? Did it die? No, there it is.
Снабжение готов. Так точно.
Let's resupply the howitzer.
Транспорт готов.
Oh, there's also an Su-85 tank destroyer back here.
Жду распоряжений. Враг! Пехота здесь.
Okay.
Слушаю. Есть.
With another supply vehicle. Alright, let's make sure that we're repairing that then.
Ожидаю приказов.
Great, this is working really well. I like having the sandbag bunkers on these T-70s. It works really, really well.
Reinforcements arrived.
Я
Great.
готов.
Where are we going to be attacked next? Probably on this right side, I would assume, if the reinforcements coming in here. Yep. I am correct.
Перемещай. Пехота здесь. Перемещаю. Готовы служить. Есть.
Пулеметчик здесь.
Пехота.
Да? Ясно.
Are two snipers?
Давай же.
It is. Okay, let's make sure that they're in the forest then.
Идет. Я готов. Пехота. Я готов. Орудие готово. Приказы. Слушаю. Пехота готова. Ожидаю приказов. Да. Пехота в пути. Ожидаю приказов. Мы готовы. Готовы к атаке.
Just making sure I'm microing this. It's actually quite intense if you want to like keep on top of it all.
Да. Приказы. Приказы. Да. Пехота здесь. Так точно.
Жду приказов.
Слушаю.
Let's move over this beast.
Давай же.
I'll have that
Орудие готово.
these guns turn as well.
Двигаю. Приказы. Перемещай. Артиллерия готова. Перемещаю орудие. Приказы. Неприятель. Готовы к атаке. Готовы к атаке.
There's just so many tanks now.
Я готов. Готовы к атаке.
Probably could have held the front line like for way longer than I did.
Грузовик снабжения готов. Грузовик снабжения
If
готов.
that's fixed up, we may as well bring it to the front line with us.
Давай же.
What is this? An unmanned MG.
Техника готова к работе.
The infantry kind of acting as bait, really.
Так точно. Готов выполнять приказ. Иду. Готов выполнять приказ. Готов.
Well, this chap. I guess he can just sit on the MG nest for us.
Транспорт готов.
Let's get this transport vehicle up and we can tow back one of the AT guns. One of these bigger AT guns over here would probably be a better idea.
Распоряжение. Готовы к атаке.
Probably going to tell us to fall back again soon, though.
Распоряжение.
Look at this AT gun.
Двигаю
Must have
орудие.
ordered that back and then it just kind of got stuck there. I feel like we've held this line though. Unless there's another attack that's going to come more towards the center. No, there's more tanks on the way.
Приказы. Уничтожить их.
This Su-85 even firing? I don't feel like it is. But at least we're massacring all of these units that are coming towards us at the moment.
Мы готовы.
Surely these T-70s are actually going to run out of ammunition soon.
Патроны, топливо, ремонт.
More reinforcements arriving. Nice.
Уже иду. Грузовик снабжения готов. Нужны патроны, топливо,
One thing that would have
ремонт.
been useful actually is being able to
Мы готовы.
load infantry onto my tank so that when we were retreating I could just have them all jump aboard and then just drive back in one big go rather than having to have the infantry run back first. That would have been a good thing about having the armoured doctrine.
Да.
It is going to be a centre
Мы
attack.
готовы.
So let's just shift over here.
Да. Распоряжение. Техника готова к работе. Техника готова к работе. Готовы к атаке. Техника готова к работе. Готов выполнять приказ. Так точно.
Готов выполнять
Just make sure this is fortified, make sure these AT guns are pointing the right way.
Какие координаты? Слушаю. Орудие готово.
And I'll make sure that my T-34s are joining me as well.
Да. Так что распоряжение. Да.
Готов. Пехота здесь. Пехота в пути.
Приказы.
Get those fortifications up.
Ожидаю
Get this
приказ.
SU-85 over.
Пехота здесь. Готов. Пехота здесь. Слушаю. Есть. Пехота здесь. Пехота идет.
Right, where is my resupply? Here it is.
Есть.
Just make sure that that is actually resupplying these vehicles.
Defense line, comrades.
Mind?
They're getting desperate and deploying more reserves. The more they bring, the more they lose.
Есть раненый.
Пулеметчик здесь.
Time to go.
Артиллерия готова.
Распоряжение. Устроим охоту на танки.
Артиллерия готова.
Устроим охоту на танки.
Грузовик снабжения готов.
I'm gonna have all of the supply vehicles go first.
Жду распоряжений.
Я готов. Распоряжение.
Готов выполнять приказ. Пехота готова.
Мы готовы.
Жду приказов.
Устроим охоту на танки.
Да?
I think I've just kept a lot more men alive than it expected me to.
Так точно. Координаты.
These fortifications are just too strong.
Я готов. Да. Распоряжение.
I was gonna have the truck pick up one of these, wasn't I?
Готов выполнять приказ.
Could also pick up some infantry, I guess.
Какие координаты?
Грузовик снабжения готов. Мы готовы.
Орудие готово. Да. Распоряжение. Двигаю орудие.
Ожидаю приказов. Так точно. Так точно. Мы готовы. Да. Готов выполнять приказ.
Make sure these SUs are coming back.
Двигаю орудие.
What have we left behind?
Перемещаю орудие.
Слушаю.
We captured Panzer III, we've left that behind.
Да. Ожидаю приказов.
Just keep going.
Иду. Поживее.
Пулеметчик здесь. Пулеметчик идет.
Медпомощь нужна?
Уже иду.
Слушаю.
Пехота готова.
Пулеметчик здесь.
The thing is, I spend so long like setting up the defense, and then I just have to like retreat with it all. Oh wow, was that my AT gun getting wrecked there? No, there it is. Okay, that's fine.
Мы готовы. Нужны патроны, топливо, ремонт.
Обнаружен противник. Пехота идет. Пехота здесь. Артиллерия готова.
Устроим охоту на танки. Жду приказов.
Not
Так
bad.
точно. Пулеметчик здесь.
Так точно.
Пулеметчик идет.
Слушаю. Пехота готова. Пехота идет. Пехота здесь.
Быстрее!
Готов выполнять приказ. Приказы. Поживее. Координаты.
Ожидаю приказов.
Иду!
Готов выполнять приказ.
Солдат ПТ войск идет.
Видна цель.
Пулеметчик здесь. Приказы. Пулемет. Слушаю.
Готовы к атаке.
Жду приказов.
Слушаю. Какие координаты? Какие координаты? Готов выполнять приказ.
Have this
Поживее!
SU move further forwards, and we'll get this infantry into one of these.
Орудие готово.
Cool.
Я готов.
Not bad.
Уже иду. Ожидаю приказов.
Распоряжение.
Пехота здесь.
Пулемет готов.
Готовы служить.
Приказы.
Пулеметчик здесь.
Грузовик здесь. Какие координаты? Координаты. Перемещаю орудие.
Да. Солдат ПТ войск идет.
Oh, they're hitting me from a distance here, and I can't see them.
Слушаю.
Just get a recon aircraft in, and maybe I can fire back at that.
Готов
Do you
выполнять
need
приказ.
one of my repair trucks? If I have them somewhere.
Замечен враг.
Грузовик здесь. Так точно.
There it
Нужны
is.
патроны, топливо,
Let's go
ремонт.
fix up that
Орудие
T-70.
вышло из строя. Пехота в пути. Есть. Врач здесь. Иду туда, где я нужен.
Солдат противотанковых войск готов.
Anti-tank
Так
rifle.
точно.
Nice, we're starting to fire back. And those tanks at range.
Ожидаю
That's good.
приказа. Огонь! Повреждено главное орудие.
Reinforcements arrive.
Да. Мы готовы. Готов выполнять приказ. Готов выполнять приказ. Пли по цели. Готовы к атаке.
Oh, they're attacking me on the right side now.
Приказы.
Oh, there's an SU-76
Артиллерия
there.
готова. Какие координаты? Координаты.
Oh, and we have a BM-13. Let's move that over to the right. I think our howitzer made it back, did it? We've still got the SU-122, so that's fine. That's being reloaded currently.
Мы готовы. Поживее. Координаты. Да, координаты. Артиллерия готова. Двигаю орудие.
Artillery needs to be further back for sure.
Готовы к атаке. Техника готова к
Right,
работе.
there goes
Техника
our
готова к
recon
работе.
support.
Мы готовы. Иду. Поживее.
Замечен враг.
Техника готова к работе. Орудие готово. Готовы к атаке. Приказы. Двигаю орудие. Мы готовы. Готовы к атаке. Слушаю. Мы готовы. Я готов. Приказы.
Now, these two aren't exactly in the best position there to fortify, so let's bring those over. This has been intense
Я
though,
готов.
this defense. There is some infantry there that we can't see. Let's maybe move forwards a bit and try and spot those. Never mind, that was a terrible idea.
Готов выполнять
Let's
приказ.
turn around the SU-76 here,
Приказы.
and
Устроим
I guess we
охоту
could
на
get
танки.
maybe a couple of these guys to jump into that trench, because it's important to have infantry further ahead of the tanks, because then we have good line of sight. Not bad.
К бою готов.
Распоряжение.
The only issue is that we can't see their infantry.
Есть. Уже иду.
Blimey.
К бою готов.
Absolute massacre. It looks like we've held so far,
Слушаю.
which is good. We've
Координаты.
pretty much fully reloaded our SU-122, so
Грузовик снабжения готов.
let's bring one of these supply trucks over to the
Распоряжение.
BM-13.
Артиллерия готова. Готов выполнять приказ. Уже иду. Готовы служить.
Any tanks that reveal themselves are being killed at the moment, which is nice. The other good thing is, with the rockets coming down afterwards, it helps us quite a lot. Although there, the Su-122 going to be killed by that Stuka, which is annoying. Might be worth keeping these trucks together so that we provide better AA to our tanks in case more of those strikes come in.
Жду распоряжений.
Уничтожение! Солдат
go.
ПТ войск идет.
Get out of here.
Жду распоряжений.
Silly tank crew, thinking they can mess with my infantry.
Грузовик здесь. Иду. Так точно. Есть. Да.
Right, we already defended in the centre, didn't we? So I can
Жду
probably
приказа.
unfortify this AT gun, although it looks like it needs people to man it.
Жду распоряжений.
We'll get a submachine gunner on there and a machine gunner.
Слушаю.
Nice. We should try and repair this AT gun actually.
Грузовик снабжения готов. Давай же. Да. Координаты. Есть. Распоряжение.
Got another supply truck over here.
Reinforcements arrived.
Мы готовы.
Right, this time we get an Su-76 and a T-34.
Солдат ПТ войск
Nice.
идет. Уже иду.
And we are defending the left side. Okay.
Какие координаты?
Unfortify that and move it over. We'll make sure that we'll unload or unfortify all of these T-70s. We'll bring those over to the left. Same with basically all of our
Я
tanks.
готов. Ожидаю приказов.
I don't know why that's in Group 1. It's really weird. Why would they add the artillery to Group 1?
Да. Есть. Готовы к атаке. Двигаюсь. Артиллерия готова. Да, так точно. Орудие готово. Ожидаю приказов.
Okay, so just redeploying everything.
Топливо, ремонт.
We repaired that AT gun, which is good.
Давай же. Готов выполнять приказ.
Need to bring over that Su-85.
Транспорт готов.
And I'll leave one of my
Пехота здесь.
transport trucks here.
Давай же. Распоряжение.
Just got to remember to pick up infantry as well as the tanks, or as well as the AT.
Приказы. Готовы к атаке.
Alright, looks like we're almost in position.
Замечен неприятель.
Panzer IVs being the first to charge this time around.
Готовы к атаке. Да. Нужны патроны, топливо, ремонт. Грузовик снабжения
Get
готов.
these supply trucks out of the way. I don't want them to die unnecessarily.
Да. Приказы. Мы готовы. Готов выполнять приказ. Готовы к атаке. Артиллерия готова.
Right, not bad.
Распоряжение.
Although this AT gun is taking a beating. Let's just unload it so it doesn't die.
Пехота здесь.
They mobilized their heaviest tanks to break through. Fall back to the final defense line and hold it at all costs.
We definitely need to like spot what's going on
There
up
is
here.
no retreat now. Victory or death. Request acknowledged.
Okay, nice. Right, now we can
Готовы. Приказы.
unfortify
Our
everything again.
infantry have a lot of anti-tank mines. Lay them evenly on the field in front of us.
Пехота готова.
Бинты у меня
Get some
готовы.
men into these,
Приказы.
into this
Распоряжение.
transport.
Пехота готова. Готов выполнять приказ. Слушаю. Пехота здесь.
Not sure how many we can get in there, but a few more if we can.
Распоряжение? Да. Слушаю.
Okay,
Да.
nice.
Да.
Приказы.
Infantry have AT mines apparently,
Распоряжение?
so we should be using those, but I just want to make sure that all of my men are getting back.
Солдат ПТ войск.
Слушаю.
Жду приказов.
Артиллерия готова. Орудие готово. Слушаю.
Make sure we're picking up that
Грузовик на
Bofors.
готов.
Да.
Get some infantry to
Распоряжение?
come over here and
Жду
jump in there
распоряжений.
as well.
Жду приказов. Да?
Двигаюсь.
Ожидаю приказов. Есть! Ожидаю приказов.
Да.
Готовы служить. Слушаю.
Бинты у меня готовы.
Пулемет готов.
Пехота готова.
Приказы.
Пехота здесь.
Распоряжение.
Приказы. Пехота здесь.
Not gonna leave you behind, MG Gunner, don't you worry.
Готов выполнять приказ. Да.
Распоряжение?
Пехота
Couple of
здесь.
them to man that
Поживее,
AT gun
пехота
so that we
готова.
can start rolling it
Слушаю.
back.
Координаты. Двигаю орудие.
Oh,
Орудие
one of those
готово.
AT guns is
Какие
really low
координаты?
on health.
Пехота здесь.
Давай же! Приказы?
We're gonna be attacked on the right side first.
Ожидаю приказов.
Let's make sure we go over here then.
Поживее! Техника готова к работе. Уже иду. Мы готовы. Уже и приказы. Ожидаю приказов. Нужны патроны, топливо, ремонт.
Пехота идет.
Жду приказов. Слушаюсь.
Time to go, men. We're
Неприятель!
packed up and we're good to
Мы
go.
готовы.
Although, looks like these tanks have bumped into some Panzer IIIs. Okay.
Да.
Да? Пулемет.
Готов выполнять приказ. Готов
I
служить.
quite made it back fast enough.
Приказы.
Didn't really set down any mines.
Готов выполнять приказ.
Got the flanking attack coming in. Oh, that's an elite Tiger. Fantastic. Just what we want to see.
Огонь! Целься! Слушаю. Огонь! Техника готова к работе. Блин! Техника готова к работе.
Let's get those penetrating shots.
Я готов.
Oh,
Уже иду.
these T-34s are not in a good spot right now.
Координаты.
Координаты. Координаты. Перемещаю
Rolling
орудие.
across the front line
Ожидаю
like that
приказов.
was not good.
Да.
Okay. Right, we survived with like one AT gun. We do have all of these tanks obviously here as well.
Да.
I can uncouple that,
Уже иду.
which is good.
Иду.
Приказы. Перемещаю орудие. Перемещаю орудие.
Техника готова к работе. Мы готовы.
Let's just fill that gap and
Координаты.
move that AT gun forwards.
Готовы к атаке.
I'm going to have
Слушаю. Распоряжение.
this
Мы готовы.
Su-85 actually sit behind the
Артиллерия
front line
готова.
there.
Распоряжение. Да.
And we do have our KV as well.
Я готов.
Nice. We'll roll that over.
Готов.
Солдат ПТ войск идет.
Пехота здесь. Пехота в путь.
Неприятель.
Слушаю.
Пулеметчик идет.
Приказы.
What happened to my repair trucks?
Я готов.
That's got a lot of work to do, especially on those
Приказы.
T-34s.
Мы готовы. Техника готова к работе. Мы готовы. Уничтожите их. Приказы. Да, приказы. Да.
I'm surprised we're still on 1 star, because we've killed a lot of units and saved a lot of our own as well at the same time.
Какие координаты?
Слушаю.
Reinforcements arrived.
Распоряжение.
Okay, reinforcements, that'll do.
Распоряжение. Уже иду. Есть. Так точно.
Слушаю.
I need to get
Орудие
these
готово.
AT guns into position and our men into these trenches.
Пулемет готов.
Я готов. Ожидаю приказов.
Устроим охоту на танки.
Пехота идет.
Слушаю.
Так точно.
Готов выполнять приказ.
So uncouple that,
Да. Поживее. Какие координаты?
make sure these are in fortifications,
Да.
make sure
Приказы. Орудие
that's
готово.
joining number 3,
Техника готова к работе. Мы готовы. Техника готова
and
к
we'll get all the
работе.
tanks over here as soon as possible.
Да. Какие координаты? Приказы? Да. Приказы? Да. выполнять приказ. Да. Готов выполнять приказ. Так точно.
Right, let's roll on over with these T-34s, and this Panzer III is still alive. We captured that and managed to keep it alive for the majority of the game so far,
Нужны
which is
патроны,
good.
топливо, ремонт. Так точно, грузовик здесь. Так точно, ожидаю приказов. Орудие готово. Ожидаю
Oh
приказов.
man, we lost that AT gun.
Техника готова к работе. Атакуем! Техника готова к работе. Ожидаю приказов. Техника готова к работе. Готовы к атаке. Мы готовы. Мы готовы. Орудие готово. Так точно.
We seem to be holding quite well. Just going to make sure this AA is over here so that we don't get hit by the Stuka.
Нужны патроны, топливо, ремонт.
Everything else seems to be alright. I'm guessing the last attack will be in the middle this time around, so I might just leave the KV there because I don't think we need it to defend the left flank.
Приказы. Поживее. Жду приказов.
Just need to make sure that none of my infantry slack in behind the lines.
Солдат ПТ войск идет. Слушаю.
Артиллерия готова.
And this artillery needs to come over as well.
Да.
Жду распоряжений.
Двигаю орудие. Я готов. Орудие готово.
Приказы? Так точно.
And then after this, I guess we attack back towards them. It's been quite a long mission so far. This defense has gone on for a very long time. We are holding the fourth and final defense line at all costs.
Я готов.
Going relatively well by the looks of things.
Я готов. Какие координаты?
Double rocket launcher firing away. Great.
Распоряжение. Устроим охоту на танки.
Пехота идет.
Есть.
Okay, let's get some more of these men into defensive positions. I'm assuming we're going to have to defend one more time in the middle and then maybe push back, but
Приказы.
we'll have to wait and see. Let's get this to repair. Oh, he's run out of repair. Okay, so he's repaired to his heart's content, and we're running on empty. We didn't get any more repair vehicles, did we? No.
Слушаю. Распоряжение? Я готов.
Maybe I could sacrifice him.
Слушаю.
Let's send forwards a T-70.
Поживее. Да.
There must be something here that's
Так
stopping
точно.
us from completing this objective.
Поживее. Готовы к атаке. Давай же.
Nope, not yet.
Давай же.
We also have ground attack airplanes that we haven't even used.
Давай же. Так точно. Да. Двигаюсь. Так точно.
Okay,
Пулеметчик здесь.
let's go capture that maybe. Although I don't have any points left to repair it, do I? So
Пулеметчик.
Приказы?
that would be pointless.
Давай же. Есть. Мы готовы.
Oh, here they come.
Двигаюсь. Распоряжение. Распоряжение.
The next wave. Oh, it's an elephant.
Какие координаты? Артиллерия готова. Мы готовы. Готов выполнять приказ.
Oh, we tracked it.
Три по цели.
Okay. Well, that is very dead then.
Еще один сдох.
And didn't do any damage. Fantastic.
Иду.
Is that it? Just seems very slow at the moment.
Reinforcements arrive.
Ah, here comes the reinforcements, and we do indeed have to defend the mid. Okay, so let's just get all these unfortified. I didn't even fortify them in the first place, though. And then we'll just move all of these guys to the mid. That's fine.
Готовы к атаке. Готовы к атаке. Да.
I might just
Так точно.
go like so. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Артиллерия готова! Да. Ожидаю приказов. Есть!
Make sure my AA is ready.
Давай же! Обнаружен противник! Техника готова к работе!
I'll also shift over this AT gun. I might even bring over this one as well.
Орудие готово!
The other thing we can do is bring in a ground attack aeroplane, although it seems as though it doesn't really matter at this point. We're just killing everything very quickly indeed.
Готова к работе! Лечу к месту назначения! Готовы к атаке! Мы готовы! Готов выполнять приказ! Готовы к атаке! Поживее! Да! Пехота в пути! Мы готовы!
I don't even feel like I need to have anything fortified anymore.
Двигаюсь! Координаты!
Just have such a massive force of tanks. Look at it all. Crazy.
Ожидаю приказов!
So the T-70s, we'll sort out a grouping while we're here, just in case we need to counterattack.
Готов выполнять приказ! Готовы к атаке! Лечу! Готовы к атаке! Какие координаты? Какие координаты? Нужны патроны, топливо, ремонт!
There we go.
Орудие готово! Уже иду! Нужны патроны, топливо,
Looks like we can't roll forwards with the anti-aircraft gun. We need to actually tow it. I might just do that quick, and we'll move it more towards the center.
Перемещаю орудие! Давай же! Грузовик снабжения готов!
Comes another attack.
Место назначения!
Get the IL-2 to come in once again.
Готовы к атаке! Понял, вышка! Обнаружен противник! Яблочко!
Good thing about that IL-2 attack plane as well is that it reveals everything in this area, so that we can just hit it from range. Like these SU-85s have very long range indeed. Tell you what is good though, Sudden Strike's almost making this a real-time battle. We've been playing this mission for a long time now. And if we end with 1 star, I'm going to be rather disappointed. Nothing else coming just yet. And it looks like the time is going to run out on this attack plane. That's it, waiting for the last wave.
Слушаю!
Is there anywhere where we can resupply this tractor, I wonder? Because sometimes you get those like bases where you can pick up more supply. I don't think there's one down here though. But here comes the last attack wave. Another Tiger. And they're running.
While they're vulnerable. Destroy every last one of them.
Here you go, boys. Time for the attack. So this is why I did this. So I can quite simply make sure that my units are rolling forwards where I need them to be. Nice. All the T-70s charging forwards. We should get all of our infantry as well.
Жду приказов.
Слушаю.
Пулеметчик здесь.
Да?
Обнаружен противник! Пехот, приказы!
К бою готов.
Готовы служить!
Right, so the T-70s charged forwards. I think they all died almost though.
Готовы к атаке!
Let's just hold on a sec, because we need to get line of sight. I need my infantry to come.
Да. Распоряжение. Готов выполнять приказ.
They're quite simply just going to run forwards. They can't do anything against any of these units, so we may as well just run forwards. This is ridiculous. Look at my dudes just run. Oh man, glorious for the motherland. This is nuts. I think I lost more men in that counterattack than I did in the rest of the mission.
Don't give them time to regroup. Push them back to where they came from.
He's still going. We've got more of a counterattack to do. Okay, that might have been a bit of a waste then. Let's just abandon these AT guns.
Распоряжение.
And we'll bring up all of the infantry.
Мы готовы. Орудие готово. Я готов.
Да.
Транспорт готов. Распоряжение?
Жду приказов.
Готов выполнять приказ. Какие координаты?
Приказы.
Пехота идет. Нужны патроны, топливо, ремонт.
I keep forgetting that I have
Иду.
men in those trucks.
Орудие готово. Орудие готово.
Alright, time to go, men.
Слушаю. Пехота готова.
Hoorah.
Техника готова к работе.
Let's just add all of these to the same
Мы готовы.
group.
Мы готовы. Готовы к атаке. Техника готова к работе. Распоряжение? Готов выполнять приказ.
Wait, what? We got group 1, I want group 2, group 3, group 5, group 4. We're just going to control group 1 then. And we're going to attack move.
Уже иду.
Now all these guys can
Пехота
be
здесь. Пехота здесь.
Пулеметчик идет.
attack group 3. They can all just run forward as well. Yes, men.
Приказы? Вижу врага.
Anyone else that's left behind can just
Готовы к
charge
атаке.
forwards.
Иду.
Готов выполнять приказ. Поживее. Ожидаю приказов. Есть. Приказы? Так точно. Давай же. Распоряжение? Пехота в пути. Так точно.
Right, let's go.
Пехота идет.
I'm gonna get a ground attack plane to come in here.
К месту назначения. Приказы?
Although I feel as though we may get there with our own tanks beforehand.
Так точно.
Might be a decent idea to bring in another one for here as well.
Грузовик снабжения готов. Давай же. Слушаю. Готовы служить.
Пулемет готов. Пулеметчик идет.
Пехота здесь. Ожидаю приказов. Есть. Готовы служить.
Just keep charging, boys. Keep charging.
Иду туда, где я нужен. Иду. Обнаружен противник.
Oh boy. That is some solid defenses right there.
Уже иду.
Holy moly.
Готовы к атаке.
Can they hold us back, I wonder?
Так точно. Двигаю орудие.
Well, we burnt through that tiger very quickly.
Я готов. Да. Так точно.
We'll let them get in their bellies. Sure, why not?
Готовы к атаке. Атакуем.
Пулеметчик здесь.
Так точно.
Charge with everything you got.
Приказы.
Make sure we're using our
Техника готова к
penetrating
работе.
shots
Ожидаю
onto
приказов.
these
Готовы к атаке.
elephants and stuff.
Мы готовы. Огонь! Техника
This is where it would have been good to save all of the airstrikes.
Приказы. Понял. Уничтожили врага. Пехота идет. Мы готовы.
I think we tracked the elephant again. The elephant has just completely tracked.
Готовы к атаке.
My infantry is getting slaughtered now though.
Грузовик снабжения готов.
Жду приказа.
Давай же. Пехота идет. Так точно.
Everyone's
пехота
stuck
здесь.
behind this Panzer III.
Двигаюсь. Так точно. Я готов. Уже
We
иду.
need to be careful with how we approach this.
Я серьезно ранен.
Just drive on
Так
past.
точно. Ожидаю приказа. Бли! Пехота в пути. Мы готовы. Распоряжение. Пехота в пути. Техника готова к
We
работе.
just have so many tanks. This is ridiculous.
Готов выполнять приказ. Техника
Alright,
готова
hopefully
к
this
работе.
works before we lose everything.
Я готов.
This has certainly been
Так точно.
a ride and die push.
Так точно.
True Ruski style. I love it.
Пулемет готов.
Огонь! Мы готовы. Эльзя! Готовы служить. Я готов. Уничтожили цель.
Job done. Fantastic.
Victory! The fascists are running like dogs. Well done, comrades. You have just turned the tide of the war. There is no stopping the Red Army now.
Жду распоряжений. Пулеметчик идет.
I can't believe we only got 1 star for that. 58 minutes later. Fantastic. 866 infantry destroyed, 103 tanks. A lot of those were very, very powerful tanks as well. Panthers and Tigers. We only lost 12 in the end. We lost 10 anti-tank units. I think we did really, really well. I think the star system's kind of screwed.
Monday, July 12, 1943. I had hoped that by summer, I would have had news from home that Leningrad would be free. But I've heard next to nothing since March. I really hope Zhukov can save my hometown from the fascists. In the meantime, I've joined Rokossovsky's march to the west. It took us only a few months to drive the Germans back and move our forces into the Kursk salient. But since the beginning of the month, the front had hardened, and we felt the fascists were planning a counterattack against us. Rokossovsky knew that we had to defend Kursk at all costs. Once we sat out the German attack, they would lack the equipment to ward us off any longer. My men and I were charged with holding the line near the small village of Ponyeri. As proud as I was to be part of the northern flank, I knew it would see a large part of the German attack efforts. And I was right. It was a tough battle. The Germans threw wave after wave of tanks at us, but my men held the line. And most of them survived. It could have been worse. Last I heard, Chuikov was leading the advance further north into Poland. Judging by how my men benefited from his support tactics today, I believe we will have no problem with the fascists. There are victories that you can celebrate, where you wave a red banner and drink with your comrades at the end of the day. And there are victories like this one, that feel like you've been fighting for a field for days. Destroyed hundreds of tanks and neither won nor lost any ground. Still, I believe today that we laid the foundation for the demise of the fascists.
Great stuff. So that is the Battle of Kursk complete. We will be moving on to the 5th mission, which is the 4th Battle of Kharkov. Really looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. That was an epic battle. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.